Okay, so like I was saying, so that is blowing this hot air out, okay? So if you go out to your air conditioner today, put your hand over it, it's hot air. When that hot air is blowing out, it's changing the temperature. So it's, think of it as the refrigerant then gets cold. That gas then is getting colder and it can turn back into a liquid and go through the process again. So I told you what the filter is doing. The compressor is actually in charge of compressing the refrigerant back into a liquid. The metering device, what is its purpose? There are old ones called a metering device, but the more updated air conditioners are called a TXV, and it stands for a word, I can't remember what it is. But it meters or it regulates that this doesn't get out of control, okay? Because what you don't want is, so our gas is supposed to be here because the warm air is heating it and it's blowing it out. The TXV is regulating it so that we make sure we don't have too big of a problem, because if the TXV is bad, it could not let as much gas out, or the liquid comes in and it's all messed up. So this regulates things. And I won't have, sometimes if you have too much Freon, so say, because you have to have a certain amount of Freon in this system. If you have too much Freon, what you have that's really bad is that where this is supposed to be gas, it cycles through, there's too much, it can't make it into a gas, so liquid goes through the gas line and will kill this guy. This guy should not see liquid coming into it. If it does, it'll kill that, and you are talking about a $2,000 repair, or you basically replace the AC system. Okay, what's important to understand, if this needs replaced, oh, they need a new compressor, you'll hear that, or they need a new coil, or no, they're getting a new coil here. Whenever we're replacing these parts, we are opening up our system, we're opening up the lines. If we're opening up the lines, we always need a new filter dryer because we have to change the filter on this. This step gets skipped sometimes, and it should not, because if you use an old filter dryer and reconnect the lines, it's been now contaminated by the air, and guess what it can kill? The compressor. This thing has to stay clean. So we have to replace the filter dryer whenever we open a system. By opening a system, I mean we're disconnecting these lines here to do the work out here, or we disconnect the lines here to do work right here, okay? If we open the system, we replace the filter dryer, okay? If we have to replace a compressor or a coil, this is a good 2 to 4 hour job, okay? If, there are other little parts in the air conditioner, I'll show you that. If we're just replacing some little parts in here, that's not opening the system. That can take 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it's inside of our normal time. I will point out real quick, this hot air, I think I mentioned on one of the other videos, a heat pump is this whole system in reverse. So imagine if you could reverse this hot air and use it. A heat pump takes this air that would be blowing here and filters it and turns it into heat going into the house. And it's confusing to think, okay, so you reverse these lines. So now where your liquid line would be going this way, no, the liquid line is now going this way. And the compressor is a whole different design. And the other line is going that way, which basically makes hot air blow into the house so that you're using that. So that's how a heat pump works. Okay.